Hello and welcome to the Met Office 10-day trend. The weather over the UK has been fairly static recently, but that's all about to change. We are rejoining the Atlantic merry-go-round, and that means weather systems will bring us various bouts of wind and rain during the next few days, interspersed by drier and brighter interludes, and all the time it will be mild, exceptionally mild at first next week. More on that in a moment. But let's take a look at what's changed in the atmosphere to bring these bouts of wind and rain. At the moment, we've got high pressure centred over Central Europe, and that's been blocking weather fronts from crossing the UK recently, but it is easing away, and that's allowing one weather front to bring wind and rain to most parts during Wednesday and Wednesday night. And that breaks the seal. There are more areas of low pressure and weather fronts queuing up above the Atlantic to come in over the next few days, carried across by a fairly straight jet stream that is aiming towards the UK. So let's deal with Thursday's weather, because early on we'll see Wednesday night's wind and rain clear from the east of England, and then for many it's a gap between weather systems, drier and brighter with plenty of sunny spells, but there'll be further showers in the northwest, and it will be a breezy day. That breeze coming from the southwest, however, so it's a mild day with temperatures in the south mid-teens and further north something like 11 to 13 Celsius. But by the evening, further wind and rain arrives into Northern Ireland and Western Scotland, and then that sweeps across the UK overnight, arriving into central areas by the end of the night. With the wind and the rain, well, it's not going to be a cold night, it's going to stay frost-free. Skies clearing in the west later on, but it starts off fairly damp across central parts of England as the rain clears through during Friday morning, and then that, well, eases its way out of eastern England by early afternoon. It peters out generally, so not a great deal of rainfall on this in the east. And then brighter skies once again. We're back to brighter but showery weather with the showers in the northwest, and still a brisk breeze for most parts, and another fairly mild day to come on Friday. Now let's zoom out and see what's coming up for the weekend, because there are more weather systems queuing to the west, and in fact there's a weather front coming up from the south as well. So we'll start off Saturday quite quickly with rain arriving into western and southern parts of the UK, and then that rain during the morning crosses much of the country. It's outbreaks of rain, it's on and off, rather than a huge amount of persistent wet weather, but it will be heavy at times, and it will be heaviest to the west and the south of the UK, particularly over hills. To the northeast, much less rainfall, in fact, for parts of, say, Aberdeenshire. Very little rainfall is expected. But that wet weather and the cloudy weather on Saturday making for a drab and damp day in many places. It is a mild day once again, with winds coming up from the southwest, temperatures above average fairly widely. Now by Sunday, another weather system brings a further bout of unsettled weather in, and this is a very active weather front that we're keeping a close eye on. It's likely to arrive into Wales and the southwest by early Sunday, and you can see the bright colours on that. Some very heavy rainfall, some very gusty winds associated with it as well. A lively start to Sunday. And you'll notice that this is the fourth or fifth band of rain coming in from the west in as many days. And although each of these systems does move through fairly quickly, well, the combined rainfall from all of these could cause impacts by the time we get to Sunday. So we're keeping an eye on these things. And this thing will cross much of England, Wales, southern Scotland during Sunday morning, early afternoon, to bring lively weather, heavy rain, strong winds, gales around coasts. Once it clears, blustery showers follow for most of the UK, particularly in the west, and the winds continue to increase, I think, across southwestern parts of the UK. This is another aspect of the forecast we need to keep our eye on, because it could be very windy indeed to the southwest by Sunday afternoon, along with heavy showers. There's some uncertainty on the exact wind speed on Sunday afternoon, because it depends on the shape and the position of this area of low pressure to the northwest of Scotland. And there's some uncertainty about that because the jet stream by now is starting to act a little bit differently. It's becoming more amplified, and if we zoom out further, take a look at the mid-Atlantic, it's diving south now across the mid-Atlantic rather than running in a straight line, and that pushes it north across the UK by the start of next week. That's good news if you don't like all this rainfall, because it will end up being drier for many places on Monday as the jet stream moves us to the north. But if you look to the southwest of the UK, near the Iberian Peninsula, you'll notice Tropical Storm Theta. Now this isn't going to directly impact the UK, but it does contain a lot of high humidity air, a lot of warmth, and it's pointed, or at least the winds are pointed in our direction, and so by Monday night into Tuesday, very warm air indeed is likely to spread across the UK. Unusually high temperatures expected on Tuesday across most of the UK because of this. And in fact, this is shown by a temperature chart for Edinburgh. I could have chosen anywhere in the UK. They're all effectively showing a similar thing. Now this shows the average temperature as the red line out to the next 2 weeks. And the boxes there, the red boxes, show the expected temperature for each of these days. The bigger the box, the higher the range of likely temperatures, and you'll notice that Tuesday stands out as being particularly mild or particularly warm. Temperatures well above average. We're talking about mid to high teens across much of the UK. The highest temperatures likely to the northeast, I think, given a bit of a föhn effect, which is where the wind warms up over the higher ground and as it descends. Now, after Tuesday, heavy rain is likely to spread across the country as a cold front moves in from the west. This will mark another change in our weather from Wednesday onwards. The cold front will bring a change in wind direction, with the winds now coming in from the west or the northwest, and that means temperatures will trend back towards average. But also, high pressure will build into the southwest of the UK following this front. That will help to settle things down to the south and southwest of the UK for the second half of next week. But with low pressure still close to the north of Britain, I think we're still likely to see some unsettled weather for Scotland, for Northern Ireland, for Northern England at times through the second half of next week. So the main points for next week are that it will start off exceptionally mild, particularly on Tuesday. Then some rain will cross the country midweek, marking a change to more average temperatures and more settled conditions to the south, whilst it remains fairly mixed in the north. We'll keep you updated, as always, on the Met Office social media channels. Bye-bye.